The Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries and Parks Falconry program oversees the permitting and record-keeping regulations of the sport of falconry. Now, when we talk about the sport of falconry, what we're talking about is hunters going out and taking a bird of prey, a native to Mississippi bird of prey, usually red-tailed hawks or red-shouldered hawks. Those are the most common birds. Some falconers use American kestrels, and then some of the more advanced falconers use peregrine falcons in Mississippi. Mississippi is blessed to have several master falconers who take the sport very seriously. Two of those are Dr. Harvey Leslie and Mr. Robert McGuire, who have formed a bond to keep the traditions of falconry alive in the state.
I think this afternoon, since we don't have ducks that we can see on any of the ponds that I normally fly on this property, we're going to fly my older peregrine, Tacoma, on the drone. And what I'll do is I'll prepare it, get it ready, and then send it up a few hundred feet and just release her, and there'll be a part of a quail breast hanging off of it, and there's a parachute that's stuffed up into a tube, and there's a release device and all that arrangement. She'll fly up to it, grab that bait, and pull that chute out and just come to the ground with it, and it just kind of coast to it. But anyway, it's kind of fun to watch, but it's great to get them in shape, and so we'll do that today since there's no ducks. It's kind of proactive. What we want to do is to be able to have the falcon go up several hundred feet and wait on over us in anticipation of flushing ducks up under. And this teaches them to go up, and then as they're going up taking this bait, you know, pulling the chute and all that, you start throwing pigeons, and they'll start stooping and looking at you as a source of, flushing game up under them. And so once you graduate to ducks, then they kind of know the game, and then, you know, it's just basically go hunting with the falcon. And it really, if you get right down to it, it's just a specialized form of bird watching. It's just that we have more of an intimate relationship with the bird, you know, and we get to handle it. To me, there's just no other sport quite like this one.
This is a peregrine falcon. And they're tundra peregrines, which migrate through Mississippi. So these birds were both caught in Mississippi. But a peregrine's only here for a couple of weeks in October and then back in the spring when they migrate north. The peregrine that she is, a tundra peregrine, is the only peregrine that's migratory. And they raise their young in Canada and Alaska and Greenland, and then migrate through the United States and winter in Patagonia and Argentina. But they're only here for a brief time. Most people have never seen them. They just migrate through, and that's the only time they're here. You can only fly these birds if they're hungry. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go in and weigh her on a scale and just make sure she's the right weight. But I didn't feed her much yesterday, so I'm pretty sure as cold as it got, she's the right weight. But we're just going to check as insurance. We'll just go in and weigh her. I got to cut it on. And she weighs a little less than 2 pounds. Her best flying weight is about 28.5 ounces. I'll just help her get on there, and then see, she's 28.4. That's perfect. And all this design of all this leather is thousands of years old. You look in medieval times, and the hood, the The leather jesses is what they're called. They are all from, you know, medieval times. Well, today we're gonna release the falcon near the pond, but we're gonna have Mike Stewart of Wild Rose Kennels and Mike Stevens helping with the flush, and we're gonna use Deke, the dog, to go in and flush the ducks off the water.
Deke is the Ducks Unlimited mascot. You know, I mean, he retrieves ducks that have been shot. But what we're going to do this time is we're going to line the dog for the water surface, and he's hopefully going to see those ducks and flush them. And then he's got to stay under either on the water or recall for the bird to do its business. So if the bird actually drops the duck after it's hit, Deke can recover it.
We've had like 70. We'll have 20 guns.
Sure hope there's some ducks left.
All right, let's see if we can put them in the air. Deke! Back! Back!
Hey!
Deke! Back!
There, she got it. Y'all see it?
Yeah. Here. Sit. Stay. Okay.
It's a hen buffalo head.
It's a buffalo. Good. Here. Dinner is served. What do you think, Deke? Now you're in business, right? Huh? Well, that's what this is about. Huh? It's amazing. It's amazing. This is old ways of hunting. Way before the guns were around, this is what they did. The guys, the aristocrats would be on their horses with their hounds to their side, the bird dogs to the side, a falcon in the air. This is historic.
All right, what we're gonna do is fly a pigeon and just let her fly for a little bit and, you know, see if she takes a pitch. She should. She hadn't flown in several days, and she's really been doing good with this, you know, clear blue bird sky. She should go really up, you know, today, so. Ho! 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 Nothing grander to be able to take a wild trapped, you know, falcon like this, train it where that you can fly it free and it'll come back to you. Been a lifelong passion, and I can't ever imagine myself not doing it. And so I hope that I can for many, many, many more years to come.
Hey, that's all the time we have for this week. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Join us again next time for more exciting adventures. Until then, I'm Amanda Mills.
And I'm Kevin Meacham.
See you outdoors.
Riding through the bayou, headed for the sky blue, back out on the trail again and again. Hiking and hunting and fishing the land, time is time well spent.